Benny, how are you, man? How you been dealing with the quarantine, my buddy?
Oh wow, Don. It's a different thing for me. I'm a essential worker, believe it or not. So I'm going to work every day. So there are a few cars out there I'm avoiding stopping anywhere. Uh, but I'm out there. I'm out there in it. So like you guys, I kind of feel bad for the people that are quarantined inside their homes and can't get out. But in some ways, I wish that was me.
I was gonna say, is the quarantine? Are you enjoying the quarantine because you're out, still going to work? Now there's no traffic, there's no people. You just cut to the chase. Is it better, or do you miss the chaos?
Uh, in some ways, it's better because I always liked solitude. I always liked my privacy, believe it or not. But but it seems like more of the morons are the ones that are out right now. That aren't taking precaution, and this is a very serious thing right now. You and I, we joke with things, but as far as this virus, this pandemic, it's very serious. And people, you should think that even if you don't have the symptoms, you may have it. You may have it, and you may be carrying it and giving it to other people. And
Right.
they're telling
And not know you have it, and be able to pass it off. And it is scary times indeed. Um, what have you been doing to avoid it? Like when you're out and about, are you masking and gloves, or what do you do?
I wear gloves. I have disposable gloves. They're very hard to come by, but I need them because I understand. There are medical people who need the gloves and masks.
Right.
So I've from the masks, even though where I work we have gloves and masks. I'm a machinist. I make government work, so that's why. So when people say I'm essential, I'm not in healthcare, but I make and we've always had gloves and masks for that purpose too, to
Right.
not put in stuff, to protect. So I bought my own. I have disposable gloves I wear. I'm not wearing a mask, and also to keep people away from me though. But I'm cautious. I throw the gloves out. But to keep people away from me, I carry things around with me, like I have my whoopee cushion, and I got my jacket. So if somebody gets too close, it just and they're like, oh God, that sounded. And so I do that. Another another way that I keep people away from me is and this is what I miss cuddling with my wife, so she gave me this, and she said, "Cuddle this monkey." So that's my lover right now, my secret lover. But my wife gave me permission. If I want to keep people away, though, I do have gloves and a mask that work very well. I have this gorilla costume that I've had for a long time that I've even worn doing stand up. So these are the gloves that I wear these gloves if I go to the market. And people don't want to mess with me because they think there's something wrong with me. And and here's my this is my social distancing mask.
Very nice. So that probably protects you better than the other surgical masks because no one wants to go near you, right? They're afraid.
They're afraid. And let's be honest, they know I'm not a gorilla, but they figure the guy that's under that gorilla mask, there's something wrong with it. But people, when you go to the gas pumps, they tell you I wear gloves at the gas pumps now.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping my car full of gas because you don't know what's going to happen. You have to be prepared for everything. Get fuel oil, and with the supplies, don't hoard. There's no reason. You don't need 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah. We have, there's people now, the toilet paper thing.
No, not that much.
Yeah. Oh, you break up. All right. Yeah. The toilet paper thing has gotten so bad, that I figured it would be passed by now because, it's been weeks and the toilet paper companies could have like made new, stocked up, but it's still an issue. 2 weeks later, you still can't find toilet paper. So, You know.
No, there's certain products are just flying off the shelves. You can't find them. You can't find, and I think it's people. We're not used to being quarantined. We're not used to being, stuck inside of a small space for a long time. So I think when they go out, they're grabbing everything because they think, I don't know when.
Right.
And I have that feeling too. I don't know when. You don't know when this is going to end. You don't know what's going to happen. So you get, and part of the problem too is that we are weaned on these end of the world movies and TV shows and books. Right. So I'm a science fiction fan. I've been watching movies and reading books about this since I'm in my 20s, and now it's like happening. So now I'm like, you're right, because I mean, The Walking Dead is a big show.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what's in people's mind is that, oh my God, I'm stuck. I'm quarantined in the house. There's a virus going on, and not that people are going to turn into zombies.
That you have to hoard your food.
Yeah, but we're going to have to form groups. We're going to lose. There's going to be no government. There's going to be no. So people are freaking out because we've been watching stuff. And a comedian friend of mine I once talked to, and he said that they're preparing us with those shows and stuff. They're preparing us for something horrible. So I think that's part of the hoarding, is that you're thinking of I Am Legend, where, with Will Smith. You're thinking of I Am Legend. You're thinking of Children of Men, where people couldn't reproduce and they went nuts, and these things are happening. And as I said, Night of the Living Dead. So that's in our minds. Whether we realize it or not, even people who might say, oh, I hate that show. I don't, but that's in your mind. That's in there that, oh my God, we're going through some crisis and we're every man they're buying guns. Why?
Yeah, I heard those long lines for gun owners.
Lines for guns. What are you going to do? You're going to kill your neighbor for a roll of toilet paper?
It's going to be Mad Max. And instead of gasoline, they're going to kill over toilet paper.
Mad Max is another one.
Yeah, yeah.
So the world, apocalyptic, and and we love those. They keep making those movies and writing those books because we love that stuff.
Right? Yeah, we eat it up.
Now it's happening. Nowadays, and that's I Am Legend. I read the book when I was like 17 years old, and the book I Am Legend is very different. What the book is it's a vampire plague that takes over, and all people turn it except for that one guy.
Oh wow!
The one guy, Robert Neville, and he's the only human, and he's human because he didn't get the virus because he was bitten by a bat. How about that? By a vampire bat, and he thinks that's what made him immune to the virus, and the virus was in the book because they've made a couple of movies. They made that movie with Charlton Heston, Omega Man.
Right.
And the one with Will Smith, I don't know what the hell those creatures were. I don't know what.
Yeah, were they zombies? What were those things? Yeah,
they were mutants, but what did they eat? What did they do?
Right.
So I think that's part of it. How about you? How are you handling this?
We're doing fine. We stocked up on food like a week or two ago. Where we haven't gone back since. We've been living off of our supply, and but I got 4 people in the house, so every time someone hits the kitchen, everyone kind of looked at them like, "What are you getting in there?" We're like keeping it tight. But
yeah.
But it is
water. That right? How about water? You drink bottled water or tap water?
We have the filtered pitchers.
Okay.
So we put tap water in there, filters it, but we do have jugs of water prepared in case something like we hear a report about the water goes wrong. But we've been filtering our own water from the tap. So
okay, and there's something that this was before the virus that they told you because our Long Island water is not that great. Boil the water.
Right.
If you boil water, you take out the impurities. So I say we've been buying bottled water, but I did have a filter one time. I had a filter with an actual tester, and you could test the water.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and I mentioned heat. Back to the virus. It's not a heat-resistant virus. So So that's why hot water, that's why they tell you to do things hot, because that kills. And if you feel a tickle in your throat or something, you should drink hot water with salt, a
Right.
solution, water and salt. Gargle with it. You gargle with that. You drink hot liquids, and that kills that. What that does is, and I've seen this a lot, is it from a lot of health people have said this. It washes down the virus if you do have it in your throat. Washes it down to your stomach, and the acids in your stomach kill the virus.
Ah,
Okay, so that's and I thought of this. I don't know how effective it is, but I'm going to be doing this whenever I get in my car, because since I told you I travel
right.
in my car, I'm bringing germs because it stays on metal. So this stays on metal for the. I've heard 6 hours. I've heard 12 hours. It's on your clothes for that. It stays to your clothes. It stays on metal, especially metal. So I thought when you get in your car, just turn your car on and turn the heater all the way up and let the car warm up for a while. And I'm thinking, if this isn't a heat, if this virus dies from the heat,
Right.
if you heat up your car really good, you're probably killing off a good percentage of germs. I wouldn't say you're totally sanitizing your car.
Right, but it's a good start. It's, at least it's a good starting point.
That,
And as we
yeah,
get spring and the warmer months too, hopefully this thing starts to go away.
hopefully,
But Benny, I did want to ask you too. What to pass the time? What have you been doing indoors with the family?
we've been locking ourselves in separate rooms. No, no, Nancy and I, we watch movies sometimes, but when I come home, I'm tired. And Ryan has still been, Ryan works in a restaurant, so he lost his job right now for that.
Right.
But he's so he's been doing his own freelance film work, and he's doing some film work, and he set up a little studio in the garage, and he does his own. He's doing movie reviews.
Oh, excellent, man.
He's reviewing movies and giving them and that's what he's doing, which is really interesting. I want to see some. I've seen a couple of his videos, but so he's doing a podcast. He's way ahead of everybody with the podcast, and the web series. So this is kind of a web series that he's been working on.
Awesome. And
doing that, I want to do some stuff. I want to do some creative. I don't want to this is right now our entertainment, our live entertainment is what you and I are doing, Zoom.
Right.
A lot of people on the internet are doing Zoom now. We're turning into Zombies.
Yeah. Nice.
Save that one for you.
Zombies.
We're Zombies. So we're turning into Zombies, and some of them are like, some guys are in their garage and you see crap hanging and stuff. That's why I've got Jerry Garcia behind me. I don't want to, thanks, because a lot of people have like the curtains. They're by their window and there's curtains, but we're seeing so much of them. But I would like to, and I know you did a great video. I hope you air that video that you did of just an entertaining, silly video.
That will be that's running in this thing, yeah.
Yeah, good, because it's a silly, fun video, and I want to do some silly stuff, and I want to I'm considering doing some reading. I'm going to do some readings, not long, because people don't have that attention span, but they'll be like, oh, what the, yeah. But reading probably funny stories, reading some funny stuff, doing some entertainment. Me and my monkey. Is that a Beatles song? Yeah. Everyone's except for me and my monkey.
About that later. One last thing before we get going here. Do you have any advice for everyone else out there to how to make the quarantine as easy as possible?
All right, as easy as possible. How would I make the quarantine as easy as possible? Well, don't just sit around eating. Don't give each other personal space, because people do like so give people personal space, but set up times that, hey, during this time and that, we're going to do a fun group thing. I'm not going to say family, because sometimes it could be a bunch of roommates or friends. We're going to do a group time. We're going to sit down and play this. We're going to play a game, or we're going to, or, be fun. Tell a story, like play telephone. Oh no, you don't want to get that close. Okay. So I'm trying to think what you could do. My battery got low there. I don't know what. Think of something you could do at a distance. You could, all right, you tie two cans together with a string and talk to each other like that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough times.
Do you have an idea?
No, I'm always asking everybody for their advice on how they're doing it. People have different ideas. Some people just are, kind of camping out, taking walks, getting outside, because we can still go outside. You just can't, touch anything or be around people. I live right out back there. There's a golf course and everything, so people are golfing still, all kinds of stuff. So, but I don't know. Advice to make it easy as possible. I'd say you just got to change your mindset. You can't be thinking about, oh man, get back to the way it was. You have to understand that even after it does get back to the way it was, it's still going to be a new normal. People are still going to be weird in crowds and weird about touching stuff. And I don't know when the expected lifespan on that is going to go.
I think we have to learn from this.
Right.
That's what I think we should learn from this, because like safeguards and rules to live by, that they came from generations of things. Don't do this. Don't pick something up off the ground. Don't do,
right,
and they were put in place for a reason, but we've forgotten that. We don't pay attention. So now I believe that we're going to have to learn new rules, new ways to go about things. If you go into a public place, using a public restroom, wash your hands. The whole thing is your hands and your face, because your hands touch the germ, and then you touch your face unknowingly, like I did a few minutes ago.
Yeah, like rub your mouth or whatever.
Yeah, you rub your mouth or whatever, and the germs are there. So you have to be more aware. I guess we're going to build a new awareness of things around the world around us, and and stay away from Chinese restaurants. No, it could have happened to anybody. It could have happened.
It could have happened anywhere, anyone. It just always seems to come from them. But I don't.
Yeah. Some of the books I've read, it started over in that area. We won't mention that country with a big wall around them. Yeah. The country that does have a wall. Yeah. That country, yeah. The
one that has a wall.
We're the country that wants a wall. Well, the country that has a wall, they let all the crap get away from that wall. And that's happening. A Kurt Vonnegut book, Slapstick, and another Slapstick, or How I Learned something. Slapstick or Lonesome No More. That's what it was, the two titles. Slapstick or Lonesome No More by Kurt Vonnegut. The Chinese, since they had so many people, they became so overpopulated, they shrunk their population to like 1 inch people, and then they messed with the gravity of the planet, so that the gravity wouldn't be so bad on a 2-inch person, but the gravity messed everybody else up. And Kurt Vonnegut said, sometimes I wake up and the gravity's so bad I have an erection. Every man in America has an erection, because it's a funny book, but it's another post-apocalyptic, and he's the president of the United States. So it's I do a lot of reading. That's what I want to do, some more reading.
I think yeah, I think now is the time for a lot of people to get their hobbies going, or to do things they never wanted to do, like or didn't have time to do. But you're still working. You're still kind of living your normal routine, and then trying to build on that. So it's a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, it's different for me. It's like I'm working, but I know what's going on. I know what's going, but I have to be more careful because
Right.
I'm going. My family is home.
Right.
My home, and they're obeying the rules, and I'm the guy that's going out, and I have to be careful coming back in. And I see it differently than everybody else.
Right. Right.
I'm like, wow, there's less cars on the road. Wow, but I have to do my job until if I'm not feeling well, then I'm not. But I have to do what I'm doing. I'm essential. So I'm totally different viewpoint of what's going on. But I feel like people like myself who do have to go out and work, we're the ones that should be the most cautious because, as I said earlier, we could be carrying germs and not know it.
Right, exactly. And that's the scary thing about this whole virus. But I do want to say before I let you go, Benny, so a lot of comedians and entertainers are now out of work and they're not getting any money coming in. A lot of them literally are living gig by gig, and this is devastating. So, we want to help the service creative industry with an emergency fund. We're going to put a link at the end of this show for people to donate during these crazy times because there are many people, in the food and beverage and event and freelance industries that are suffering catastrophic losses right now. And I think if anyone can donate, that would be a terrific thing. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. And
Absolutely. I feel you should donate because these people, these performers have, they don't get a lot of money as it is in the economy. A lot of them are living gig to gig, as you said. They weren't getting a lot of money. They were using their own gas and their own expenses just to learn what they're doing, to practice it. And I think absolutely you should donate. We should all donate to those. We should donate to all people who have served, like your waiters, your restaurants. They all kinds of performers, musicians, comedians. I think that we should set up and try to help them the best we can. Someone like me who works, I will make a donation to this. I will definitely donate.
Well, you're the man, Benny. As always, I appreciate you. Can't wait to get back to the show, start spinning the wheel, having some fun again.
Making some laughs. But right now, Don, I think you're great. You're my I follow you anywhere, buddy.
Right back at you, my friend.
All right. Take care. All right. And everybody, I wish you the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and help each other. If you're in a position to help like we're doing, help each other right now, and we'll get through this.
God bless. Thanks, Gagoots, everybody. The Benny Rizzuti, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Peace.
Peace.